Welcome back to the Facts Matrix. Today we're diving into the mysterious and fascinating life of Edgar Allan Poe, a writer remembered for his haunting tales, his chilling poetry, and a life that was almost as dark and dramatic as the stories he told. Let's explore some incredible facts about Edgar Allan Poe that reveal the man behind the mystery. Edgar Allan Poe was born in Boston in 1809, and his life began with tragedy. Both of his parents, who were actors, died before he turned 3. Poe was taken in by John Allan, a wealthy tobacco merchant, but he was never formally adopted. Growing up caught between poverty and privilege left Poe with a sense of displacement that would haunt him his entire life. Did you know Poe didn't just write horror? He invented the detective story. In The Murders in the Rue Morgue, he introduced the character C. Auguste Dupin, who solved crimes through pure reason and deduction. This single story inspired later writers like Arthur Conan Doyle, the creator of Sherlock Holmes, who said flat out that Poe was the true father of detective fiction. Poe's personal life was certainly unusual. At 27, he married his 13-year-old cousin, Virginia Clem. While strange to modern eyes, marriages like this weren't unheard of in the 1800s. By all accounts, Poe and Virginia shared a deep affection. When she fell ill with tuberculosis, Poe cared for her tenderly. Her early death shattered him, and many of his later works reflect his profound grief. Long before he was known as a writer, Poe tried the military route. He briefly attended West Point, but discipline and drill life just didn't suit him. He deliberately skipped his duties until he was expelled. Though it looked like failure, it turned out to be a massive turning point. Without the military, he attempted what few dared in his time, surviving purely by writing. It was a noble effort, but magazines and publishers paid very little. Poe spent his entire life in financial hardship, sometimes unable to even afford food or proper clothing. Despite his poverty, he struck creative gold in 1845 with The Raven. Its gloomy rhythm and the iconic refrain, "Nevermore," captivated readers everywhere. Poe became a celebrity, invited to recite the poem in parlors and halls. Yet for all that fame, he earned only about $9. Fame, in Poe's case, never brought fortune. Poe's fascination wasn't only with the spooky and the strange. He was also deeply interested in science. In his prose poem, Eureka, Poe speculated about the origin of the universe in a way that eerily anticipated the modern Big Bang theory. He even toyed with scientific hoaxes, once publishing a story about a man crossing the ocean in a hot air balloon, and readers at the time actually believed it. His death in 1849 is one of literature's greatest unsolved mysteries. Poe was found wandering the streets of Baltimore, delirious and wearing someone else's clothes. Taken to a hospital, he died 4 days later without ever explaining what happened. Theories range from alcohol poisoning to rabies to even being a victim of cooping, a form of election fraud. To this day, no one knows for sure. Another interesting fact is not everyone admired him. His bitter rival, Rufus Griswold, published a nasty obituary right after Poe's death, calling him a mad drunk and an unstable man. For decades, readers believed those lies. It took later scholars to peel back the slander and restore Poe's reputation as a serious literary genius. Poe also had a playful side. He loved secret codes and riddles. He often challenged readers to send him puzzles and ciphers, boasting that he could crack them all. This interest in hidden messages shows a different angle to Poe, not just a gloomy poet, but a man fascinated with patterns and problem-solving. His influence stretched far and wide. French poet Charles Baudelaire admired him so much that he translated Poe's works into French, spreading his dark imagination across Europe. From there, Poe inspired countless writers, painters, and even musicians. His fingerprints are still all over pop culture today. Even sports owes Poe a debt. Baltimore's NFL team, the Ravens, took their name directly from his most famous poem. Every touchdown cheered in that stadium is, in a way, keeping Poe's memory alive. Few writers can say their legacy carries on in a football franchise. And finally, one of the strangest traditions in literature. For decades, a mysterious visitor known as the Poe Toaster visited Poe's grave in Baltimore every year on his birthday. This unknown figure would leave 3 roses and a bottle of cognac before vanishing into the night. The ritual went on for more than 70 years, adding yet another layer of mystery to Poe's legend. Poe's life was as mysterious as the stories he wrote, full of love, loss, tragedy, brilliance, and unanswered questions. What part of this story surprised you the most? If you enjoyed this journey into his life, leave a comment below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, your support allows us to bring you a new video each and every day. Well, there you have it. Thanks once again for joining us on this adventure. Until next time, when the Facts Matrix brings you more facts about people, places, and beyond.